Lake Superior blue enough to center ice. Picked off Ingraham, poked away. Imes has it at the main blue line. Lifts it in, 8 seconds to go. Played by Barnes. Across to the far side, tipped in. 4 seconds left. Murphy's got it. Loses to Smith. Loose in front. Rolled wide. It's over! The Black Bears have won it. Maine's first national championship. 5-4.
Welcome to this University of Maine hockey special. We're number 1. Those amazing Black Bears.
UMaine hockey team has just made what could be the school's biggest ever impact on the national sports scene. The Black Bears won the national championship over the weekend, beating Lake Superior State 5-4. Joe Carr, the voice of the hockey team, joins us live from the Alphon. Joe, you've watched this team all year. What a thrill it must have been for you as a broadcaster.
Oh, it was great, Tim, and really to follow this team so closely for 6 years, and really since the program started back when I was in high school, and I'm sure you feel the same way, having seen it develop in really a very short period of time to becoming the top college hockey program in the country. Everybody in the state can really be proud.
Joe, when did you first think this was possible? At the beginning of the season?
Exactly, Tim. The blue-white game, in fact, is the day that I keep coming back to when I saw Paul Correa and the Ferraro twins play for the first time and saw the obvious dedication that Jim Montgomery and Garth Snow and Chris Imes and so many others had to winning this season. You really could tell almost immediately that something special was going on.
Joe, it's fitting that the best team of the land has the Sportscaster of the Year calling its games. Congratulations for the last 2 years and that honor, Joe.
Thanks, Tim.
Okay, when we come back, we'll show you some of the huge UMaine crowd and what they were doing, and we'll also hear from the coach, Sean Walsh.
Word number 1. Word number 1.
This University of Maine hockey special is brought to you by Bangor Savings Bank, the source for all of your banking needs. Delta Airlines, the official airlines of the Maine Black Bears, and by other proud Black Bear hockey sponsors.
I sold a lot of cars here, and I tell you right now, I wouldn't be here if I didn't believe in this. As far as an honest price, you have it. You don't have to worry about going ahead and bartering back and forth trying to get the lowest price. It's there. I mean, how else can you say it? You look around and see some of them put add-on stickers. When you got a real price up front, I mean, it's there.
Spring in Maine, brought to you by Furbish Roberts Printing Company, Bangor. Over 50 years of proven performance and personalized service.
At C&K Variety, they've got great food for you and me. Dagwood subs and pizza, too. Fresh salads that are good for you. Italians that we really fill, and sandwiches hot off the grill. Fresh baked donuts every morning. Coffee's on, so quit that yawning. Dinner baskets, chicken, scallops, hamburgers, and fries. You won't believe your eyes. Groceries, deli meats, and so much more. How could they fit it all in such a friendly and convenient store on Herman Corner? That's right on Route 2 for C&K Variety. The only store for you.
Welcome back to our University of Maine hockey special. We're here at the Bradley Center in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where the NCAA Hockey Final Four was played this year. And for UMaine fans, it was a chance to make some noise, and they did so before the title game with a reception and parade to the Bradley Center.
This is going to be a great evening. You're all going to have a great time. We're all going to celebrate. We're all
reminds you about the one that was in Lake Placid back in '88. The only difference is tonight the right team's going to win.
Time to get pumped up, huh? We're waiting 6 years for this. It's been a long time in coming. Finally made it to the last game.
This is kind of a thrill for the fans, too, I mean.
Oh, yeah. Maine's real proud. We were just talking to my wife back in Maine this afternoon. Everybody's pumped up, ready to go.
42nd one going to be easy?
Oh, majorly easy. We're going to take it all the way.
Why did you do all that?
Because we just want to show our support to our #1 Maine hockey team.
42, 1 and 2. Go Bears! Go Bears! Hey, it's not cold, is it? Beautiful out. Good job. You guys pumped up for this?
Oh, yeah, we've been waiting for this all season.
Just to see him play.
Yeah? Why'd you paint your faces and all that?
We like Maine.
Coach, with all that great fan support you had there and that you gained when you got out there, you really had a leg up on the competition.
It really helped us that the Wisconsin people took Maine under their arms as kind of their team. You know, I'll never forget that article in the Friday morning paper in Milwaukee that said that Milwaukee did not have the Badgers in the tournament, but they adopted a new team, and it was the University of Maine Black Bears, and they really did. That really helped us because, let's face it, we had two great comebacks in the semifinals and finals.
And you got the support from here, too. Lots of folks came out, and, of course, the full-page newspaper ad by Mr. King.
Stephen King's ad really helped, too. They had everybody buzzing in Milwaukee, and what was neat was that so many Milwaukee people joined in on our post-game or pre-game rally, and were also there for the post-game rally. It was just a great situation, and I think Maine and Wisconsin have a nice bonding right now.
Coach, why did this team do so well away from here this year? No losses, no ties.
I think a lot of it just has to do with the leadership of Montgomery and the captains. Number one, I think also, Joe, we really took care of distractions. Maybe one of the best things I got out of the Lake Superior Summit, if you want to call it that Jeff Jackson and I had in Traverse City, Michigan, was how they handle the road, how they avoid distractions at the national tournament. That was an item we talked about, and we did that all year. So, and what really struck me was I asked at our post-game pep rally Thursday night after we beat Michigan for our fans not to bother our players, not to bother them for autographs, not to bother them for pictures until the tournament was over. And our fans at our hotel, the Wyndham Hotel, boy, they really did that. They left the players alone.
You've given Jim Montgomery and a lot of the great talent a lot of credit for this year being different. From a coaching point of view, did you and your staff do anything different to get your team over that hump?
I just think we improved each year. I think my meeting with Jeff Jackson was a great meeting this summer. You saw the goal by Chris Ferraro was off a high high roll. That's a Lake Superior play that we used. They talked about Lake Superior, how they brought a kangaroo court to Lake Superior this year. Well, where do you think they got that? You know, I just think that all of us improved, and one subtle thing we never did is we never talked about the ring. Last year, once we clinched Hockey East, I told the guys that they got a ring. But our guys wanted the national championship ring, and it's going to be a beautiful one.
Well, Coach, congratulations. It was so much fun for all of us. We really enjoyed it, and enjoy a little time off before preparing for next year.
Thanks, Joe. And I just want to say thanks to our fans because, boy, you know, as the song says, this one's for you.
Hey, Coach Walsh is staying. Mike Plosick, the athletic director, is talking into a 2-year extension on his contract, so Coach Walsh will be running the UMaine hockey program for another 4 years. Tim?
That's great news, Joe. Thanks very much. Coming up next, game highlights, and we'll hear from some of the players and find out what they were thinking as the game went back and forth. Maine's comeback is next.
Silverman knocks it away from him, back to the Michigan end. We're in overtime, tied at 3. Dave Roberts sidesteps Tardif. He will move in, poked away by Silverman. Latondras takes over for Maine. Mike Latondras in the right wing side. Moves to the top of the circle, drops it off. Lee Saunders cuts in, rolls it on, goal, gets it back, he scored! Lee Saunders scores in overtime. Maine will play for the national title.
Has the simple joy of driving become a casualty of the times? Introducing 200 turbocharged horses. Uncanny grace. And one of the safest cars Saab has ever built. The new 9000 CSE. A car you can drive hard with your conscience intact.
See Clyde Billing Incorporated, Saab Volkswagen, 258 State Street, Augusta. This style, this luxury, in your first home? The spaciousness you're accustomed to in an easy-to-maintain retirement home. New Age Homes makes it affordable with payments lower than most monthly rents. Single-wide or double-wide, affordable to buy, inexpensive to maintain. You choose the features, a cozy fireplace, solid oak kitchen cabinets, modern built-in appliances, and more. You won't believe how much home your money can buy at New Age Homes, 1 mile west off exit 44 of I-95, Colebrook Road, Herman.
Takes the time to make you look and feel your best. Proper Fit has always been a trademark of the clothes they sell. Don't compromise. Make an investment in your appearance. Visit Cormier's, Broad Street, Bangor.
Many questions were answered in Maine's last 2 games. They hadn't trailed going into the 3rd period until the Final 4. The Bears showed they had plenty of heart. The prize was too big to let it slip away.
The Black Bears opened fast. Just 28 seconds into the game, Patrice Tardif connected for the first score of the game. Maine made it 2-0 6 minutes later on a pretty score by Chris Ferraro.
Yeah, it was a great play by Chris Imes. You know, he was coming in off my shoulder, and he said high roll, so I left it to him, and I broke to the net, and I happened to beat the defenseman there, and I was lucky enough to get the puck on my stick from Chris Imes. He made a great play, and I just right when I got on my stick, I just lifted it in the top corner, and I was real happy after that.
Then it was Lake Superior State's turn. The next 4 were scored by the Lakers, including 3 in the 2nd period. Wayne Strawn tallied for the Lakers with a minute left in the period for a 4-2 lead, and the Bears had lost all the momentum heading into the locker room.
I came into the locker room thinking, wow, we're not going to win this game. And as I was walking out to the rink, out to the ice, I was thinking, we're going to win this game. I mean, this team just never gives up. I mean, we didn't quit the whole time. It was just the best comeback I've ever been a part of?
Well, personally, myself, I said this is my last 20. I don't know how many shifts I'm going to get, but I'm going to maximize the chances that I get out there. And for the team, we knew we just had to get one.
Jimmy and I had a quick word with each other, and we pretty much said, you know, it's our turn to take over. This is when your big players have to come up big.
I said we've been through too much not to win this. I said we will not lose, we'll refuse to lose. And Dan Murphy said we will not be denied, and we weren't.
It was Maine's turn, and Jim Montgomery had spoken. Paul Correa set up Monty wide open to make it 4-3, the first of 3 in a 5-minute span. The tying goal was a bit lucky. Montgomery's shot was deflected in, but they were all even with 12 minutes to play. A little more than a minute later, some more Correa magic. The freshman again found his friend open on the far side, and Montgomery converted.
Jim, what did you do in the early part of the season, maybe even before the season started, to try and set the tone for this team as a leader?
Nothing different. I just, you know, tried to come in and work hard and be disciplined, you know, and lead by example that way. And then once the game started, you know, whatever I thought needed to be said, I would say.
In your 4th year, you've had 3 sets of captains before you got to this senior year. Who were your role models as captains?
I think I took a little bit from everyone, you know, from Claudio Scremin to Scott Pellerin to Robitaille to Barkley and other leaders. Like Scott King was probably a big influence, although he wasn't a captain.
Were there guys in this team who were leaders in quiet ways that we don't know about, or who helped you with your role?
Oh, definitely. I mean, Ken Salfai, you know, he doesn't get any credit, but he definitely was, you know, a verbal leader and a demonstrative leader. And Paul Correa, in his own way, was definitely a leader.
Did Paul's obvious ability cause everybody else on the team to maybe raise their game a notch or two even before the season started?
I'm sure it did. I mean, just copying him and seeing him do what he does, you know, it makes your own mind more creative and it helps you out.
Has it sunk in, what you've accomplished?
Yeah, it does, because the fans here are so great that when you get home, you know, you realize what you really accomplished for the state and for the people around here and for our team, and it's sunk in now. It's a great feeling.
Amateur sports are a little bit different than professional sports. That was your last amateur game as a college player anyway. What is your approach? What is your feeling about the accomplishment in that context as a long-term goal of yours that you've achieved?
Oh, Jesus, it's a scintillating moment, you know, and it's great when you can come together with 20 other people and have a, you know, a team thing is so much better than an individual thing. That's why I like team games so much better in tennis or golf, because when you come together, you're like a family, and it's just a great unity that you have, and the chemistry and the memories are long-lasting, and you share them with people. It makes it great.
Well, it was great to watch Jim through 4 years, and I'm so glad for you ended up on such a great note. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Many other heroes in the Black Bears win on Saturday night. Greg Hurst, the backup goaltender there. The goaltenders were a big story as Garth Snow came in to relieve Mike Dunham to begin the 3rd period. Snow was fabulous. What a great glove save he made on Rob Valisevic late in the game to preserve the Black Bear lead. And then down the stretch, he covered up most of the net, caused a real good chance by Lake Superior in the final seconds, caused it to hit the crossbar, and the Black Bears won Garth Snow's 66th career victory, tying him with Scott King for the all-time Maine record, 4 wins in goal. And a great, great story. Garth Snow, who came so far in his career at Maine from 5 years ago when he was a walk-on. And Paul Correa, when he won the Hobie Baker Award, it was awarded in Milwaukee, the first freshman ever to get hockey's Heisman Trophy. He insisted that his line mate and good friend Jim Montgomery be there to share that honor and to literally pick the trophy up with him and hold it and be part of it. Paul Correa said he had hoped that it would be a shared award between himself and Jim Montgomery. That didn't happen, but he still was able to allow Montgomery to be part of it, and that was terrific. And what a great season we saw, Tim, from Paul Correa, the freshman, the best freshman ever in college hockey, when he had 100 points, scored 100 points as a freshman. That's a remarkable total that nobody could have ever dreamed he would achieve, but he did it. He did it with style, and he really was such an important part of this team. Someday we'll all be glad to be able to say that we saw Paul Correa play college hockey in his first year.
It was awful lot of fun, Joe. There were just incredible amounts of talent on this Maine team, from goal through the unheralded defense to that unstoppable front line. But this team has something else that's better than any other. We'll show you what that is right after this.
What are you doing?
I'm getting rid of this video of the Pontiac Grand Am.
Because?
It's such a great-looking car. People will miss the other reasons to buy a Grand Am from their main Pontiac dealers.
Like?
Standard anti-lock brakes and power door locks, plus 3 years of worry-free driving with the Pontiac Cares program, 24-hour roadside assistance, and bumper-to-bumper warranty.
People will want to see the new Pontiac Grand Am.
Okay.
See your main Pontiac dealer for value, service, and worry-free driving.
It's more than just a pretty car.
Taylor Rental has made renting what you need easier than ever before with 2 newly renovated showrooms at the Triangle and Brewer. 1 for equipment rental, 1 for party rental and paper products. And Maine's first drive-through rental service. Better selection, more convenience. It adds up to service you won't find anywhere else. Oh yes, they also rent costumes. 25 years of service you won't find anywhere else. Taylor Rental, Wilson Street, Brewer.
People that first come to Subway are a little surprised we don't have sandwiches ready, just fresh bread. That's so you can see your sandwich being made and tell me if you like onions, tomatoes, or even hot peppers. I'm not a mind reader, and there's lots to choose from. If your sandwich looks as good as it tastes, that's because Subway has a training center where experts like Mr. Pilchin teaches the art of making beautiful sandwiches. He calls himself an art teacher. I guess that makes me a sandwich artist.
Food for Food 93, Sunday, April 18th, because no one should go hungry.
For pleasure or competition, expect only top performance from equipment you purchase at Goldsmith Sporting Goods. Tennis rackets by Wilson, Pro Kenny, and Prince offer the latest technical advances. Repairs? Goldsmith is equipped to restring or re-grip your favorite racket. For the best in technical footwear, choose from names like Nike, Diadora, New Balance, and Avia. For tennis, see Goldsmith Sporting Goods, Main Square Mall, Hogan Road, Bangor. We know sports.
UMaine hockey fans have always taken pride in their team. Even in the beginning, when the wins were much fewer, the Alphond was still full. Those that couldn't make it to Milwaukee were on hand as the Black Bears came home yesterday. Joe Carr has more on the best fans in the land.
The Black Bear faithful crowded the airport terminal even before the team's charter jet had left Milwaukee. These future Ferraros and the other 2,000 fans passed the time by sharing their unbridled joy about Team Maine's biggest win ever.
It's the most wonderful thing that's ever happened. It's great.
Tyler Walsh was excited because Daddy was coming home. The rest of the fans shared his anticipation, anxious to greet the team that captured the heart of an entire state. A little after 6 o'clock, the plane arrived. The players got their first glimpse of what was to come, an enthusiastic outpouring of emotion that would last for 2 hours.
I was thinking, it really hasn't hit home now, how great it is and how great of a feeling it is. But when you see your fans like this, I'm starting to get real emotional. It just feels great.
As the team traveled to Orono, a nearly full Alphond Arena rocked in anticipation, word had spread that the Black Bears were on their way, and the party began. Try to imagine UMaine's former athletic directors doing this. Mike Plozek turned cheerleader and raised the excitement to a fever pitch.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't let it ever be said that dreams can't come true. We came, we saw, and we kicked their butt.
Coach Sean Walsh, the architect of this miracle, took the microphone. The rest of this part of the story tells itself.
You are the national champions, and we are the national champions. Thank you very much. It was a total team effort. We had guys who didn't play this weekend, who did some things during the year that made it possible. As I introduced your name, just come out to center ice here in Goodfellas, and certain individuals at the end will speak to you. In his career, he scored 301 points. Let's just talk about the recent history. In the Hockey East Championship against BU, he got 2 goals, was MVP of the Hockey East Championship. Against Minnesota, we scored 6, he got 2 goals, 3 assists. Against Michigan, he had 2 assists. And last night, he capped off the MVP of the national tournament by scoring 3 straight goals in the third period. because we are now national champions. This has been a dream season come true for us 30 players, our coaching staff, our family and friends, and of course, you fans. Now, before we leave, we got to get a chant going up. Word number one. Word number
One reason the Black Bear fans are the best in the nation, the players on this Maine team are the most gracious in the land for sure. Let's go back to the Alphon Live and talk to Joe. Joe, they'll be talking repeat this coming year. Can this team possibly repeat? Are there enough good players coming back?
Well, Tim, they're going to lose an awful lot of very good players. Certainly the 7 seniors will graduate. A couple of more veterans might sign, and there are the Olympics out there, too, that might claim as many as 4 Black Bears. The recruiting class is said to be very, very good. It's cliche, but when you get to this level, it's not so much a matter of recruiting as reloading. And they will be an excellent team next year, I'm sure. Whether they can get back to the NCAA tournament and the Final Four will depend on luck and a few other things. But for this year, anyway, as the song goes, the new Maine song, when you said Maine Black Bears, you've said it all.
Joe, of course, we may never see another Paul Correa. He is a fantastic player. But then again, we may never have the records that have been broken this year broken again. Jim Montgomery comes to mind.
I think that's an excellent point, Tim. 301 career points. Remember that the NCAA seasons are a bit smaller now, a bit shorter. There are a 34-game maximum. Montgomery had the benefit of playing a couple of longer seasons his first 2 years and an awful lot of playoff games. And also he was a guy who was a prolific scorer for 4 years, and many others have left earlier after they've been had some success early on. So that record could stand for a long, long time, maybe even forever.
Joe, it's been a delight listening to you all season. What a Maine team this has been, and we've had a chance to listen to Joe Carr on WABI and WYOU, and we'll look forward to tuning in next year for that. It's just about time, as you can tell by looking at the clock, to watch basketball for a change. It is Michigan against North Carolina coming up next. Thanks for joining us.